let's get a capsule wardrobe together. Let's try and leave aside the complete and utter madness of what is known to be a random wardrobe. This is the sort of thing you'll be facing. Look at this pile for the charity shop. Look at it. There's the pile for my summer clothes. I'm only due to be keeping about 10 of these items. Everything else will be going to the charity shop. And I'm very keen to say that I'm just in the early stages of trying to understand this whole concept of capsule wardrobe. You see, initially, I know that it's related to minimalism, and the idea is that you have just a few items in your wardrobe. This is what I was left with. Now, all of you ladies in the States, we don't all have walk-in wardrobes or anything like that. We don't all have really big houses. This is a little cottage. I'm lucky to have this. Oh, you can get to admire the back of my updo. For all new ladies, this is my wig, because I'm a full-time wig wearer who has alopecia. And aren't I pleased about it? I'm going to get dressed, and the entire process has proved to be actually simplified, easy, convenient, intuitive, marvelous experience compared to me standing in front of my wardrobe, looking at my stuff and thinking, what on earth am I going to wear? I've got this top, but I don't have the trousers to go with it. Or it's hot, I fancy wearing a skirt. I haven't got any skirts. You can't go on like that. I'm 55 years old and I want to have a workable wardrobe. And we're going shopping. We're going back to Marks and Spencer's with a particular focus. I'm going to be focusing on shirts, mostly button-down shirts. It's kind of psychological. You see, I always thought that shirts were very straight, very mainstream, that I was too artistic and alternative to ever really wear shirts. I'd never buy shirts. I discovered to my surprise how useful they were, how easy to wear they were. It's this blue shirt. Then it's this floral shirt. Then I've got this mainly neutral coloured shirt with a black accent. A very modern, nice, classic. I bought something which I've literally never bought before in my whole life. It's a kind of a light satin fabric, very drapey shirt. And this is something that I had before. This is not a button-down shirt. It's actually something that you pull on over your head. And lastly, I bought this stripy shirt. And we're going to focus on seeing how shirts can really be used in your wardrobe. What do they add to an outfit? Are they really as valuable as I suspect as part of a capsule wardrobe? And lastly, how can they be dressed up and down? So, and the reason I've chosen to go to Marks and Spencer's because they know how to do the basics. It's like a one-stop shop for the entry-level capsule wardrobe builder. I have no doubt that I'm going to start branching out, specifically when I want to invest in more expensive items, once I know what those investment items will be, because they will be a little bit more expensive, they're going to last longer, and I've noticed that those things that you buy for more money in more select shops are already designed for longevity in mind. They seem to understand design. Something that you can keep in your wardrobe forever. Okay, you might pay almost £200 for an item. But as I have said earlier, and a lot of you have actually echoed back to me, how many £30 items are you going to buy? Wouldn't it be better to just buy one, more expensive item, it'll likely be a saving in the long run. Poor Steve is coming with me. It's kind of like my version of a romantic outing. We're not going to spend forever in that shop. I actually know what... This is the exciting thing. Let me explain this to you. Never in my whole life have I approached my clothing collection strategically using logic and not just fantasy. I have done my initial purchases, a few basic items. Even those few basic items have afforded me convenience and practicality when I've come to get dressed, both in my own time and in my work time. And for the first time ever, I actually can see gaps in my wardrobe where I can insert certain well-chosen things that will continue to make my clothing collection workable, interesting. And no matter, this is the big tip of capsule wardrobe creation, no matter what your previous personal preconceived notions about an item of clothing, like I said, my notion was that shirts were for straight, boring people who were very mainstream, who weren't artistic, who didn't have self-expression. They just wanted to blend in with the crowd. Once I realized actually that I may be wrong, this is my discovery process. How wrong was I? In what way was I wrong? Is there anything else about shirts and blouses that I don't know now that I might be able to learn? The process is real. It's like a hobby on steroids. It's like an artist who this is a perfect example because I went to art college and I do paint sometimes. What do they say? For artists, they don't say go out and buy every individual colour in the shop and come back and you've got every colour at your disposal. No. For artists, they say there is a capsule collection of colours that can help you mix the most amount of other colours you need in order to reflect nature in your painting, nature in all her multicoloured glory. Well, I found that collecting a capsule wardrobe is the same thing. You go out and you buy those basic items, but the magic and the expression is in combining different items, different shapes, different lengths, different weights of fabric, different layer amounts, and different accessories to create the wardrobe of your dreams. So Steve, how do you feel about our romantic outing?
I'm very excited.
Are you?
Yeah, there's nothing I like more than going around women's clothing shops. It's just wonderful. I mean, it's just, what's not to like?
This could really be useful, but it's not what I've come here for, so I'm going to just stick to my plan. This is exactly the same style as the blue and white striped one, but just in plain white. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to buy it and see if I can really get some use out of it at home. wiped off. It was very busy at Blue Water. Oh God, everybody was out in every shop. I tried to have something sweet to keep me going, but it was so sweet it was sickly, so I ended up not having it. And I went to Marks and Spencer's, and then I was walking past H&M, and I know that the styling videos I've been watching, Personal Styling, were talking about H&M, and she had a few nice bits in H&M. I went in there, and you know how some days you really hit the jackpot in a shop? Everything, you know, everything you like is right in front of you. You've got variety. They've got your size. They've even got some things on sale. But I tell you what, we're tired. This capsule wardrobe business is not for the faint of heart. And so the journey home, and I cannot wait to get home. I actually I feel like Steve should have some kind of a reward or a gold star or a t-shirt. You know, he did it with style. It's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, and it's taken me this long to recover from my shopping trip. Let me show you what I bought. I bought that white shirt. I've never worn a bright white shirt like this, but I'm going to give it a go, and of course keep the tag on. This caught my eye. This is truly a classic blouse, really, but the colour, it's the colour and the softness of it that I loved. Can you see the difference in the mood? So modern, sharp, classic. It's not as soft. It's not even as draping. Even the fact that it's relatively see-through just adds to the softness of this blouse. And going to a completely different world again, this denim shirt. Of course, you can have double denim. I'm about to put basic jeans on. You can use this as a jacket, open, just over whatever it is you're wearing. You can have a nice soft undertone in whatever you choose to wear underneath it. I don't know. I'm going to keep the tags on. I'm going to give it a go. And look at these jackets that I found. The softly draping, casual blazer that goes over everything. And I've got this. Now remember, I said I don't wear solid black like this. I'm never going to wear this sort of thing again. It's actually soft black and a soft white interwoven together. And it just softens up that black and gives you more of a more muted black, a softer black. Again, it's exactly the same style as that oatmeal one. I could not believe my luck when I saw these things. To say that I love that soft ruffle around the neckline is an understatement. Had I not given myself the opportunity to go into H&M and just have an open mind, I would never have found this beauty. Look at the lovely pleating at the back. This takes me back to the 80s. Who remembers Princess Diana and her ruffled collar? Delightful, utterly delightful, but worn open. It's very casual. Let me show you the look. Love it. The jackets come to mid-thigh. That makes them really versatile for trousers or dresses, and I love that because I've identified there's a gap in my wardrobe for dresses. I really want to fill that gap, and I think these are going to come in so handy. Now with a little flash of the gold, I think this is very age appropriate and very stylish, and it makes me It makes me feel pretty good, actually. But this is what it would look like open. I'm not really that confident about the way this bit is bulging out. Now, if I was to keep the shirt on, the shirt is not longer than the blazer. Wow. Yeah, I've seen this look before. I never imagined that I'd ever get the chance to try it on. I think it's very modern. I think it's fashionable, and it's got some dressy aspects to it with the use of this blazer, but just really kept grounded with this t-shirt and this shirt open like this. What do you think of this look? I think it looks completely different. These shoes are very squeaky. Just have the tank with the blazer. The colour of the shoes really offset the colour of the blazer nicely, and the white t-shirt just lifts the whole colour combination. I feel like I'm almost afraid to try this white shirt because I'm very particular about the clothing that I wear as far as texture goes. I actually quite like the rustly sound this shirt makes. It's very, very soft. I love it tucked in. I think it just gives me that smartness, that presence that's very difficult to, it's a shortcut to that, I think. Ladies, I almost don't recognize myself. I'm kind of a little bit in shock. I don't even really know what these clothes say. All I know is that I feel like I've leveled myself up, but what do they say? What do you guys think? What kind of a woman wears clothes like this? If I was to ask Steve, he might come out like last time. He said, you look like you're going for an interview at a fashion magazine. I don't even understand what does that mean? I'm definitely taking the tag of this shirt and that cream blouse. I'm taking the tag of both blazers and of the denim. Because actually, if you think about it, if your denim shirt is too oversized, it might become cumbersome because actually the fabric is quite thick in comparison to this. I've never tried on a stripy blue and cream stripe with denim trousers before. How can something this light, how can something be casual and dressed up at the same time? Now this shirt, like all the others, they're all the same size, is roomy. But I would never size down for these shirts. I don't want them to feel restricted. This is about ease and comfort. If you put on a couple of pounds, lose a couple of pounds, they've got enough structure. The cotton has enough structure for it not to be ruined. Well, ladies, there you have it. I think you'll agree with me that my whole vibe, my whole look has been completely rehauled with the purchase of very few items. A few shirts, a few trousers, a few jackets, and a couple of shoes. Mix and match with stuff that I already had. Possibilities seem to be endless. I'm kind of very surprised. It's not what I expected. It's been easier than I expected, simply because I've got really good videos to watch. This personal styling, her videos are very clear. She's got a particular look. I've seen a lot of capsule wardrobe videos. Some of them I just haven't liked the basic style. It's been very stiff for me, too formal, too modern. I still want the option of that quirky ruffled blouse. Actually, out of all the stuff I've bought, plus these jackets, it's been my favorite thing. As far as footwear goes, these have blown my mind, because I would never have gone for these before, ever. And it just goes to show that very few items are needed to really zhuzh up your wardrobe, your dressing experience, your presentation. With these slightly more formal looks, I actually opted always for Giselle put up, kind of a little bit messy. And that's how I like it. I think that it dresses down the whole look, or makes it a little bit more casual than otherwise. I mean, I could have a sleek bob, I could... The possibilities are endless. So although Vlogtober has finished now, I feel a series coming on in November. The Capsule Wardrobe Collection sounds like it could be a thing. I hope you'll join me.